Rabbi, we just entered the period known as the 3 weeks, which starts with the 17th of Tammuz and ends with Tisha B'Av. Can we talk about exactly what this period is and what the things are that we can learn from this?
The 3 weeks is a time of reflection. It's a time to recall the past history of our people, the loss, the tragedy, but with hope for the future. In Jewish faith, we said that yes, we have Purim and we have Hanukkah and we have many uplifting celebrations days, but building communities comes through tragedies, through a lot of loss and reflections. 17th of Tammuz marks the sadness of Moses broke the tablets, the sadness of burning the Torah, and many more. Tisha B'Av, the 9th of Av, marks the destruction of both the first and the second temple. The second temple destroyed because the story of Kamsa and Bar Kamsa. Kamsa and Bar Kamsa is a sad story that, seriously speaking, if you think about your own life, your own people that you either enemy or dislike, you find a lot of mechanism. It's a story of a man, very influential individual, that sent an invitation to a fellow named Kamsa. But the emissary, by mistake, delivered the message to a fellow named Bar Kamsa. So Bar Kamsa thought, oh, my enemy wants to make a man with me. So he came to the party. Unfortunately, when he attended the party and started eating, he realized that it wasn't the proper name. It was for Kamsa, not for him, Bar Kamsa. So the host came and said, you have to leave. And he said, I'm embarrassed, I'll pay you for my plate. He said, no, you have to leave right now. He said, guess what, I'm going to pay you for the table. He said, no, you have to leave now. So he said, don't embarrass me, I'll pay for the whole party. The host commanded 2 people and they just pushed Bar Kamsa out of the door. And Bar Kamsa was so angry and disgraced, not only of the host behavior, but all these great leaders that was there for the party, that he went to the Caesar of Rome and he said, the Jews betrayed you. And the Caesar said, prove it. He said, fine, take an offering, send to the temple, see if they accepted that. And on the way to the temple, he makes sure that it's some blemish on that animal. So it's brought to the temple and it was a dispute and the majority said, we have no choice. So they have to reject it. It's against Torah law to accept animal with blemish. When the Caesar heard that, he sent his forces, they burned the temple, killed masses of the Jewish people, and since that, the Jews dispersed around the world.
This tragic event, the destruction of the Second Temple, can be traced back to hatred between one Jew and another Jew. And this is something that we're still paying for 2,000 years later.
It's not just we're paying for that, it's a reflection to our times. The rabbis tell us and promise us that the temple will rebuild, but it's in our hand. If we find a way to unite, if we find a way to rectify, if we find a way to get along with each other, we have a chance. It's not just the building, it's not the fast act. For sure we wish everyone should fast. It's the lesson that we learn from that. The whole idea of thinking in the past tragedies happen because of something that we can make a man and change for better. That's what Tisha B'Av is all about. Those who can fast will be admirable. Those who physically cannot fast, the least we can do is learn the history and try not to repeat it.
So until we actually learn the lesson that we're supposed to learn and everybody gets along, we must always remember these difficult times and these difficult circumstances.
Yes, but Zechariah tells us that those fast days will annul eventually. It means it's in our hands to make it days of celebrations.